Yes, guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's Monday, which means one thing. Can you see me? Can you hear me okay, guys? Let me know down below. It's Monday. Yes, it does mean it is League One review show. Now, we had a lot of goals. We had a lot of upsets. We had a lot of good results at the top. We had a lot of good results at the bottom. And again, we're here to review the 11 games on Saturday, the 5-goal thriller on Friday, and have a look into Tuesday's midweek games. And already we are at 25% through the season. Yes, we're a quarter of the way through the League One season. Not all teams are, because some teams have played 11, 46 games. When they're about, half an hour in tomorrow, they will be a quarter of the way through their League One campaign. Before we get going, I want to know your opinions on your team's start to the season. And we're going to see who is in the chat tonight. If you could like the stream as we go on, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're closing in on 7,200 subscribers. Hello, Calamaster. Hello, the Riverside Stan. Hello, Charlie. Hello, George. I have to apologise when you said Charlton can go down. I laughed. I'm not laughing now. We'll get on to Charlton in a minute. Hi, Ben. I hate football. Yep. Normally I do, but for once, Fleetwood, got a flu now. I'm joking. We'll come to Fleetwood in a minute. Hello, Roy. Thanks for joining. Pompey Crap second half. We'll come to them in a minute. We're going to have a bigger section. This is going to be possibly a 75-minute episode today, so that little bit longer. Ask any League One content creator or Football League content creator, and a 3-game week. By the time it's Friday, I don't want to hear anything about football until Ipswich away on Saturday. So, hello, Jake. Hello. Happy days from the Argyle. Yes, but we're going to start off with happy Wimbledon, but not so happy Wednesday on Saturday. They led 2-0 against AFC Wimbledon, who started well last season. We don't want Fleetwood against Rochdale. We don't want to go back to those days of doing watch-alongs at all. Watching Fleetwood this year has been bad enough. But yeah, we'll just start off with Wimbledon first. And Wimbledon 2-0 down. Lee Gregory scores twice. That's 3 goals in 2. I watched Wednesday last week against Bolton. And first off, I thought Wednesday, what they try and do is play out from the back with Iorfa, Hutchinson, Lewis Gibson, who are good defenders at League One level, can play a bit. But the more kind of can ping a ball, can ping it straight, and can get a good width on it. Lewis Gibson was good, left-footed defender for Fleetwood, don't get me wrong. But they look so uncomfortable in possession. Bolton's press. Bolton, they had it spot on. They either really harassed Sheffield Wednesday, or they set off in a very good, compact 4-2-3-1 shape, hard to break down. And Wendy were just kind of slow and sluggish against Bolton, I thought. Second half, they took Gibson off and the tempo changed. And what I found weird, every goal kick that Wednesday have, Iorfa is on the centre circle and he wins it. But 2-0 up, Gregory, 2 goals. Like I say, they've only lost 1 in the last 6, but they've only won 2 of those. But 2-0 up, away at AFC Wimbledon. And Wimbledon were 1-0 down against Burton just a fortnight ago and got a point in the 90th minute. Again, never say die attitude. Nestor Guinness Walker, who, catch up on 100 appearances for the Dons there. And, Rudani, who I'm a big fan of so far this year. I think they've already scored 10 set pieces this season, which is, I think, the top. Fleetwood are on 6 or 7 themselves as well. So good point. Wimbledon, carrying on. I think that's 14 points for the season. But Sheffield Wednesday have only scored 13 goals, right? They're 7th in the league. All the top 6, by the way, have scored over 20 goals. That just tells you the problem. I know they've only conceded 11, but you look at defences close to them. Plymouth at top, they've only conceded 12, but they scored 22 goals. Wigan have only conceded 7, but they scored 21 goals. MK Dons, they've conceded 16 goals, but they still scored 21 goals. And you need to score goals in League One, but you need to shut out, and you need to be sensible in those, those moments. You can't sloppily. And this Wednesday side are just not that consistent, are they? And I do worry for them. Let me know, Wednesday fans. I'm interested to know your opinions on that. But going on, we're going to go Burton Morecambe just quickly. It was a Friday night fixture. Morecambe go 1-0 up. Gibson, the goal scorer, and then Burton, 3 quick goals, kind of drifted Morecambe apart. Morecambe are a very weird side. They're either hot or cold. They've lost 6 of the first 12, won 4 this season. I think they've been involved in 43 goals in 12 games, which is, ludicrous. It's like 3.5 goals a game. Stockton got his 10th goal of the season there. Goal machine. He has been nominated for League 2 Player of the Year from last year. Already this league's top goal scorer, and he's only 2 behind James Henry's record. In that, we'll come to the top goal scorers from last season's start of the season. He's on 12, so Stockton's nearly in like the top 15 goal scorers. He was still in League 1. Unbelievable. Playing and going to be vital for the Shrimps, you'd feel, this season. Bolton 0, Wigan 4. Now, Bolton are the weirdest side. I think I called them a crazy bunch, really, a few weeks ago. They're either really good or really poor and sluggish and slow and can't score. In the last 8 games, they've not scored in 5 of those. The other 3, they scored 11. They scored a 5. They scored a 4, and they scored a 2, which is unbelievable. But they just need to do it on a more regular basis. Doyle, I am worried for. He's not scored in 6, and he looked like a player just so low on confidence. They have got a lot of good goal scoring players. Your Apollons, your Sarceviches, your Lees, your Kachungas, and those types of players that can score goals at this level. But Wigan, they are the real deal. So far this season, they are third. They've won 8, drawn 1, lost 2. They've scored 21 goals. They've conceded 7. They've got 25 points from 11 games. That is unbelievable. They've lost 1 in 10. And I've just got, when I was doing my prep before, I always write a little note about a certain team. And it was 3 words again: bounce back ability. And that's what they've done. That's what good teams do. They lost to Sheffield Wednesday. Things didn't go their way. They could have gone on a 3 or 4 game, where they lose, feel sorry for themselves. But they've got back on the high horse and they've won football games again. They beat Gillingham away, which is a tough place to go. Had an international break. Got the players back. Kane, McLean, Lang scoring for them. Said a lot when you've got other players, Stephen Humphreys, Wykes, still to really come good. Unbelievable. The third in the league. This Wigan side is unbelievably good. It really is. They've just got everything. Goal scorers, good defenders, good core, good young manager, good ownership, fans in full voice, winning away at a derby, unbelievable support for a team that apparently have no fans. About Wigan, unbelievable support, great win. And again, we're talking about these big teams and we're talking about this bounce back ability. Ipswich again, 2-0 up. I said many times about this Ipswich side. Yeah, it's all right having 25 good players, signing 21 players in a summer window. It's all right. They haven't got a settled 11. They're changing 3 or 4 every week. Literally, they've got about 7 or 8 players that they signed, not even getting in the 18. It just looks like a disorganised bunch, and they can't get a good core at Ipswich. And it just feels like loads of players jumbled together, and they basically just gone out and played fancy football, really. And it's like they've gone and spent £100 million on Salah, Harry Kane, Bruno Fernandes, then had nothing for the rest of the team and gone for the likes of, Ben Foster and, Watford defenders, Norwich defenders. That's what they've basically done. They've just signed these loads of, good players. And I just feel for them, I worry about them in the long term. Yes, they've got a good squad. Yes, I think they're improving as they get along. They're not doing too badly now. In fairness, they're not losing. They are averaging, I think, the last 9 games, 1.66 points a game, which is about where they were last year. But again, 2-0 up. And they should be, in a winning position, really. They should be seeing that game of football out. Joe Ironside back on the score sheet. Unbelievable, good goal, good header, good poacher's goal. Sent the Cambridge fans in, unbelievably happy, and Brophy getting a goal there. At Cheltenham, good win. Lost the last 3 games. They have played Rotherham. I think they played Rotherham, Sunderland, and Wigan, so it's hard to judge. But back to winning ways. The 3 home wins this year have been 2-1, 1-0, 1-0. Funny enough, Carvacell getting the goal, former Fleetwood man, just before full time. Accrington, not so great away, have lost 5 of their 6 games this year away from home. So only lost once at home this year, and that was to Wigan. Only won once away, though. That is a worry for Accrington. Let's come and read your comments. Hi, Ben. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Yeah, the FA Cup bit will come. Did you want me? Oh, doesn't worry, mate. I'll get you on another time, son. Thank you. As a Pompey fan, I don't think we'll travel to Accrington. We're going to go to the next bit. Thank you very much for the donation. It means a lot. Everything I earn on YouTube, from vlogs, from if you're being a member, it's £2 a month. If you want to join, just go to the membership tab on my YouTube channel. Is put back into the channel, is put back into, going to the games, producing, new microphones, new bits of kit, this service as well. So I do appreciate it. And thank you very much for the support. We did get to the Football Vlogging Awards. Unfortunately, not to be, but congratulations to Sheffield United way. And now on to the next batch of fixtures. It was Doncaster 0, Wycombe 2. Now, I love this Wycombe side. I love Gary Ainsworth. I love what they've done. And you just look at them. Unbelievable. They're second in the league. They've played 12. They've won 8. They've drawn 2. And they've lost 2. They've scored 20 and conceded just the 12. 4 clean sheets for them this year. Adebayo, Akinfenwa, and Stewart on the goal scoring. Akinfenwa, 9 of his appearances off the bench this year. First start, first goal. Water is wet. They've won 3 of the first 7 away from home. It's the 3rd best away form in League One, whereas Doncaster, it's 11 games, it's 2 wins, it's 8 defeats, and just the 1 draw. They've got the lowest goals in League One with 6. That's 3 below Crewe, who are second lowest on 9. Crewe are without an away win this year. So at Doncaster, most of their points have come at home this year. Doncaster 4 points adrift now and are looking worryingly so. Is Richie Wellens close to the door, really? He's been close a few times, but always managed to scrape a victory in the dying breeze. Fleetwood against Crewe, yes. Fleetwood, that's 1 defeat in 8 now for the Cod Army. They've won 3 of those and drawn 4. And they have played some good sides in there when you look at it on the strength. Out the top 6, they've already played Plymouth, Sunderland, Rotherham, MK Dons in that run. Burton next up. But you look at it, it's Callum Johnson. It's another set piece that have been pivotal for Fleetwood this year, really. Good cornering, good header by Callum Johnson. Dan Batty, the Yorkshire Pirlo. And then Danny Andrew, with his 4th goal of the season. Fleetwood this season have scored 20 goals. 7 have either come from the goal or assist of Danny Andrew. It's his 4th free kick goal of the season, off the post and in a beautiful strike from their left back. And then Jed Garner, just before the game finishes, scores his 5th goal. I think that's his 5th and 6th as well. So looking good. Fleetwood on the march, up to 19th, 2 points adrift, 2 points above Gillingham, who are placed below him with 2 games in hand. And hey, they're only 6 points off the playoffs. Dare to dream. Sunderland, again, I said about this Sunderland side a couple of weeks ago, that they've got something that other Sunderland sides haven't got, and that is a winning mentality. And when they don't play so well, they'll get results and they'll win more games. They'll grind it out. They won't concede soft goals. And Gillingham, again, I've said this many times, they are averaging 0.9 points a game pretty much, 11 from 13. They're not as bad as they look. They've done 5 of the 13. Yeah, you've lost 6, you won 2. You need to be winning more games of football. It's a fact. But Sunderland, a good side, O'Brien and Flanagan getting the goal. And that is 102 points collected for Sunderland in the last 57 League One games since the start of last year. That's the most by any team currently in this division by about 10 points. So consistently leads the way for Sunderland. They're on a good trend at the moment. They just need to keep grinding these out. They're good at home. They'll win. You just need to keep winning at home. Don't lose. And then keep getting these wins away from home. If you can average a point, 1.5 points a game away from home and get over 2, maybe 2.2 at home, you're going to look good. You're going to get, around enough points to go up pretty much, hopefully, for them. Lincoln again, winning it against Charlton. It's a Regan Poole last-minute winner. Sam Lavelle did get one for Charlton. It's his second goal since joining from Morecambe. 2 shots on target, though, for the Addicts. 2 shots. And I said, beating Fleetwood, it needed to be a turning point. And it seemed to haven't have been, really. And I just wrote, nice. They're too nice. They give up. That's an Atkins mentality. Too nice. Get rolled over. That's it. That's all. That's all. They get rolled over. They're too nice. I want my team being nasty. In the faces, winning fouls, basically no in the face, winding them up. That's not Charlton. And nice sides don't go up. Nice sides don't win, titles. Nice sides don't stay up in League One. If they keep Nigel Atkins, I'd be very worried about this side. The side look beyond quality. They don't seem to have it in the squad. They're a talented bunch. I just think they need new ideas. And you've gone from kind of Bowyer, feisty, kind of aggressive. You're going to get a riled up performance, passionate, to Atkins. Oh, yeah, downbeat. And it's a bit frustrating to watch at times, sometimes his interviews. But Graham's up for Lincoln, up to 13th. Just the 4 points off the playoffs now. He's starting to click for them. He's been kind of hit and miss so far this year. I feel, let's see how your comments are coming in. Up the Wick. Looking forward to playing on Saturday. I'm not. Salford, pleasure. Thank you very much. Important that Fleety kept a clean sheet. Exactly. I said that on Saturday. I said the defence needed that. And when we were even 3-0 up with a minute to go, I was like, hold on. And I was literally panicking like we were 1-0 up. Never mind 3-0. I just wanted a clean sheet. And I'll tell you something. Every week I've been in Kenzie's messages saying, any chance, mate? Clean sheet? And yeah. Wigan brand of football is classed as poor. Is it? It's winning football. They're second in League One. They've won 66% of the games. I don't know how anybody can class it as poor. If it wins games of football, I'd rather watch bad style of football, win games of football, than good style of football and lose games of football. Because winning is all you matter. No one really kind of remembers how you won the league, really. Very often. Atkins has to go. My worry is we can't afford him on a 3-year contract. Result of the day was me for Plymouth. Result at Oxford. We're just coming to that. Plymouth Argyle. I said 2 or 3 weeks ago about this Plymouth side. Why can't they go up? And people said, oh, they're just a good team on a run. And, a lot of the times you can agree with that. But the 12 unbeaten. They've won 7 of those, drawn 5. They scored 22 in those 12 games. By the way, the first game of the season, they lost to Rotherham away. Rotherham away, by the way, were 5th in the league on 23 points. Very good at home. Will be up there come the end of the season. Going to Oxford is a tough place to go. And score 3 goals is a tough place to go. But Oxford has conceded 13 points this year from scoring first. There has to be questions asked. They're on 18 points. If they did drop a point from scoring first, they'd be 5 points clear at the top of the league. This is what's the problem for Oxford. They've got a very good bunch of players, a very good manager. They just can't see up to hold on to those results, really. They are averaging 1.5 points a game. They were just under a point a game this time last season. So they have improved and they do normally get better. They've got a good bunch of players there when you look at it, your Matty Taylors, your James Henrys, your Cameron Brannigans, your Thornleys, I like him as well, your Seddons. So they've got a good bunch of players, but 3-1, Kamara at the double, unbelievable. And of course, Hardy again, unbelievable player. But again, what a bunch of players. They've got a front two that'll score goals. It's simple as that. Jeff got on Hardy. Then you've got Grant. You've got Kamara. You've got a solid back line. You don't really concede many goals now. I think it's 10 goals in 12 games. Unbelievable. Fair play to Plymouth. 26. They're averaging 2 points a game. We all know how much I do like a 2-point-a-game marker. Hello, Ellis. Young Fleetwood vlogger. Actually, go and give him a sub. He's a young lad. Just started out on YouTube, and he always comes in the vlogs. He's a good lad, stands with me at the games. Go and give him a little subscription. I know it will really help him. Rotherham United 4, Portsmouth 1. I want to start off with the good things first, and then we'll go on to Portsmouth. Smith at the double. What a player. What a player he is. 2 goals. Water's wet. He'll score goals. I think he's the best striker in this league still. Hold up, back to goal, unbelievable. In front of goal, gets in dangerous areas, good character, good man. Wales again scoring, and Wood experience. And I just love the way they play. It's 3-1-4-2. Aubergine, you've got your Edmonds Greens who will play, your Mattocks. Then you've got your front two, Lepardo can play in that. You've got Smith in that. You've got, Rathbone, Barlassa, Aubergine, Wiles, Rathbone. They've just got a great core. Miller, I like it. Tactically spot on. Good manager. Won't get carried away. Good at home. Good away. Consistent. Don't think they've lost since that Fleetwood game as well. So, yeah, Portsmouth, I thought it was right for Kenny Jackett to go. I'll be honest with you. And I get that he had nearly 4 years in the job and Cal's been there, 6 months. But they've not won in that since the opening day away from home. So that's 6 games. We've lost 4, drawn 2, right? One of those draws is against Doncaster as well. The 4 points off the playoffs already. So, the gap can get a distance. They're already like 11 points off Plymouth. 11 points off Wycombe, 10 points off Wigan. So the gap is getting bigger. 1 week, they can go and beat Sunderland, and then they'll go and just play like that. Good news for them. What can I take out of it? Harness has scored 3 goals in 4. And then they're still in the top half, and they're still within touching distance of the playoffs. But Cowley, he looks a bit of a broken man. He looks like he doesn't know how to react at the moment. And if it was Kenny Jackett, he'd be getting absolute pelters. Absolute pelters he would. But I do believe he is the right man, long term. Portsmouth fans just, in my opinion, need to get their head around and say this is an average squad. He's probably top 12 material. I predicted them 9th to 10th at the start of the year. I still think they'll be in that area. I don't think they're good enough to go up. I think defensively they're weak. You've got some worries in midfield in Tunnicliffe and Williams, and, I like that. Up front, you've got goals, but I just think other teams are stronger as a squad and are stronger. That's all I could say. Shrewsbury, good win, 1-0. MK Dons, again, haven't won in 3, a 3-3 draw against Fleetwood and defeats to Doncaster. And Shrewsbury at 21st now, 11 points, and 10 of those coming at home. So again, grinding out wins, Wally with the goal. And again, Shrewsbury on the up. Let's come and see your comments before we go into the League One table. Then we're going to go into Tuesday's fixtures, predict them. Then we're going to have a half an hour Q&A. If you've not already, guys, please subscribe down below. If you haven't, we're trying to get to 7,200. Lots of League One and Fleetwood Town content coming your way. Hopefully, they'll still be those two in the same bracket next season. But at the moment, I think we're doing all right. Let me know how you think your team's gone so far. We're halfway there kind of to Christmas period. I'm surprised we've not seen a manager sacking. I think we'll see a manager sacking before next Monday. I'll be very sorry. I could be back here on Wednesday, on the Wednesday review show, and talking possibly about Wellens out the door, possibly about Atkins out the door, potentially even discussing maybe Steve Evans leaving, Gillingham. I don't think he'll be there long. I don't think he wants a relegation on his CV. Hopefully, very well said, Ben. Thank you very much. Probably game against Sunderland wasn't a game of football, it was a water polo. But they managed the conditions, and if you can do that, 7 of Sunderland's first team are out injured right now. If we get a result against Crewe, I'll have no doubt it's going up this year. That's what I mean. If that mentality can pass on to the younger lads that come in, fair play to you. Plymouth will fall out of place come December. They said that about Leicester in the Premier League. They said that about Wigan a couple of years ago. They have got a small squad. They'll have to reimburse in January, but I like this Plymouth side. I think they've got enough, personally. It was Garrett. Oh, yeah, that was it. I do apologise. Garrett with the goal. Poor Argyle. Not getting a goal in one game. Poor striker, eh? Pompino bottle second half. Didn't even trust fans of travelling long distance to watch. Yeah, exactly. I give them off a golden boot. A lot of Blackpool fans in the comments. It's time to move on to the League One table as we look towards the bottom four. Doncaster, Crewe, Charlton and Shrewsbury, 7, 8, 9 and 11. Doncaster, in my opinion, look like a team that just need a new manager, need a new idea, a new spine. I'm not a big fan of Richie Wellens. I think the way he manages his team, the way he sets his teams up, are not right. I don't like a manager's hailing the abuse at your players for 90 minutes straight. That's all he does. Shouting. The refund idea seemed like an idea of a broken man trying to get the fans back on board. Yeah, they deserved it, but that's why he did it. Crewe, Dave Artell's no mug. That's only the second defeat in 9 in all competitions, but they're not winning enough, and it's as simple as that. They've only won 1 of 12 this year. They've only scored 9 goals. It's a worry. And you've got to score goals in this division. Charlton have scored 13, but they've conceded 20 of them. You look at the goals conceded in the bottom 4. Shrewsbury and Crewe have conceded 18 each, and Charlton and Doncaster have conceded 20 goals. And they've only scored, 10, 13, 9 and 6. So, if you can lower your goals, Doncaster, the only chance they've got of winning this year is 1-0, it seems. They beat Morecambe 1-0, and I know they beat MK Dons as well. But that bottom 4, if anyone wants to get out of it right now, I fancy Shrewsbury. They've got a good manager. I like him. They're on a good run. They're good at home. And they're just getting better since, the first 5 or 6 games. Crewe little bit improving, but Charlton and Doncaster, I think it'll be managerial changes that'll have to change it for them, if I'm honest with you. Then you have a look at the next score, your Gillinghams, your Fleetwoods, your Cambridges, your Wimbledons, your Morecambes. They're all level of similar points. Now, Fleetwood are only 4 points off 13. So, for example, Gillingham are only 4 points off Lincoln in 13. That's how close that little bracket is. And it's a couple of games, a lot of games in hand are going to come over the Christmas period. Then we'll start to see. But you have a look at that period who are dropping in. Gillingham not on a good run at all. Fleetwood and Cambridge slowly steadying the ship. A draw and a win now and again. Wimbledon and Morecambe are so inconsistent, it is untrue. Ipswich improving, Lincoln improving, and Cheltenham again. If they can win one, draw one, lose one, like I said a few weeks ago, I think they'll be happy with that. Then you look at the top 12. Atkinson would actually be 6th over the last year and 11 games basically. I mean, they've got 82 points over that period of time, which is an unbelievable, achievement for a club of that size in, 58 games. Fair play, John Coleman. Bolton are in the top 10, only just at the moment. Then Oxford, Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday just outside of the playoffs. If I was had to pick one team out of there now to get into the playoffs, who would I pick? Probably, if I'm honest with you, on Oxford or Burton. I don't like Sheffield Wednesday, if I'm honest with you. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they're consistent enough. I think they look weak. Bolton, just don't perform every week. Atkinson being in the top 12 is like being in the top 6. You look at achievements and the wage per point, basically. Portsmouth, not a chance in my opinion. Then you have a look at the top 6. MK Dons, just in there. There's 4 points now, though, between MK Dons and Rotherham, which is a sizable gap. And already after that point in the season, it's getting, that little bit bigger. Sunderland 25, Wigan 25. It's just those 2 clubs look so, so good. I don't care. And then when you've got Wycombe and Plymouth who are a breath of fresh air, it's so good to have those as a top 4. Let me know, guys, how many of those current top 6 will be there at the end of the season. I'm going to go, I think, 5. MK Dons might be the one to slip out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they are the top 6. Wycombe will be there. Wigan will be there. Sunderland will be there. Rotherham will be there. They're definite. Plymouth, it's all about how they do in January and if they hit a sticky bit. But I think they'll be fine. I really do. I think it could be very close. And how many of the bottom 4 do you think will be there? Let me know in the chat down below as you come to your comments again. Good to see the Lashes keeping on the I-League one for next season. Newport County. Doncaster will finish the relegation as they care where they are going. Wycombe brand of football affected as poor. Yep, exactly. I get exactly what you're saying there. Will Crew stay up? I really like Dave Artell, and he's one of the reasons why I want them to stay up. But goals, I just don't see where they're coming from. I know Mandarin's got 11 last year and 3 this year, which isn't, a bad return. Probably played, 40-odd games and got 14 goals, one every 3 or 4 games. I know Long's coming back. I know you've got Cash here. You've got Murphy in midfield who, can score. You've got good players at the back as well. You've got J. Neil Bennett who, looks promising. I'd like to think so. I just think they just need to keep winning and keep keeping clean sheets. At this moment, though, I don't. I think Gillingham will grind out enough. I think Morecambe won't go down. I think one of Cambridge or Cheltenham will get dragged into it, though. So I think you've got an opportunity there. You've just got to keep being consistent and beating the sides around you. I don't hate any team. It's a game. Take a look at yourself. Exactly. We're going to come to that in a minute. And I've wrote down all my predictions next to the game. You might be surprised at that one, what I've gone for. Where are we next? Do you fancy Fleetwood in the playoffs? Tell you what, me being 19th, I was happy with. I didn't realise we were that high. Fleetwood to go down. Fleetwood will be okay. We won't perform every week. There'll be a lot of times where questions are asked. You look at the young lads that Fleetwood. We've got Paddy Lane, young lad. You look at Shaden Morris, young lad. Jed Garney, young lad. James Hill, young lad. Harrison Holgate, young lad. We're lucky that we've got good cause around. Alex Cairns, Danny Andrew, Rossiter and Tom Clark, who are out at the weekend. 2 big players of Fleetwood over the season. You would feel Joe Garner. Then, it's only a 22-man squad, so it is going to be a tough one for Fleetwood this year. Thanks very much, Ellis, my mate. I appreciate it. If you've got time to chat about football, you've got time to pick up some shifts at work, Ben. Got time to lean, you've got time to clean. Let's hope the franchise slip out. Wycombe brand of football, yeah, I've read that one. Love you, Ben. A lot of love. Mike Fulls in the sky. Bit early to write off Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, it's a bit early. I agree with you there, Emily. I hope for your... I'm guessing you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Hope for your sake, it will be there. It will be there or thereabouts. I know the 4 points are... Well, no, they're not 4, but they're 4 points off Rotherham and just behind MK on goal difference. They just need to grind performances out. When there's just one thing missing. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But the amount of balls that come into the box, and there's no one there. You've got Lee Gregory, who's a 20-goal season striker. Get him in the box. But, pummel balls at him. I didn't think the 3 at the back worked at all, if I'm honest with you, the way that you tried to play it. I'm not a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I've got a big respect for Sheffield Wednesday. The fans are amazing. But it literally had me anxiety put on with the roof. And they looked better when they went over the top. Barry Banning with a breath of fresh air, like cheat code, shouldn't even be allowed in League One. I've done my League One predictions on my channel, predicting a Fleetwood midweek win. I'll give them a watch. Pompey. What do you think of Wimbledon so far with a young team? I like them personally. You know, Rudani, good player. You know, McCormick, a nice little player in there as well. We'll come back to that one in a minute. So, again, on to the midweek fixtures. And again, just going to basically predict what we think. Now, I just want you in the chat down below to do it with me. But thank you, Georgia. Got over 50 in the chat. Got 23 likes. Let's see if we can get this stream up to 40 likes. Give it a like while you're watching this, and let's see how many likes we can get on it. I think the most we've had so far this year, by the time we finish the stream, is 42. If we beat that, then we've got limbs, pyros and limbs. So we're going to go through the 12 midweek games in League One, and I just want you to basically put home, draw, or away win. That's all I want you to put, and then let's see what the majority is. We're starting off with Cambridge versus Sheffield Wednesday. Cambridge, good point in the week, came from 2-0 down. Sheffield Wednesday were 2-0 up. I have gone for a Sheffield Wednesday winning that one. I just think bounce back ability, clean sheet. I think they'll win that one 2-0. Let me know what you think in the one below. I think Wednesday will get a win. They're home. Oof. Away, couple of mixed ones in there. Sky Blue Army away from EJ. Score draw, says Tony. Yeah, Cambridge. By the way, Cambridge in the last 4 games have conceded 2 in all games. Conceded 2 to Ipswich, 2 to Gillingham, 2 to Fleetwood in there as well. So they do like conceding a 2. Went obviously away. Charlton, Accrington, I've gone for a Charlton win. I just think they'll grind out a win. Accrington poor at home. Charlton need a home win. Pressure on. I think they'll get it. And it always seems to be when a manager needs a result, they seem to somehow get it. And I think if you ask Charlton fans, would you rather win tomorrow and keep Atkins for another 5 games or lose tomorrow and get him out? Probably take the defeat. And that's mad. But, away. I tell you what, some people are fancying a Coleman masterclass. Gurney's going for a home win. How are you, Gurney? Long time no see. Thanks for joining. Trying to get got a good time. Yeah. To be fair, win tomorrow, 6 points out of 9. You look on a different, scale then. We had a win before Sunderland and Rotherham. Yeah, I agree with that. Crewe versus, Cheltenham against Morecambe. I've gone for a Morecambe win. Morecambe always seem, when they go on like a little bad run, I know they lost 4-3 to Wycombe a few weeks ago and, weren't the greatest that day. And, defensively aren't great. They conceded 3 to Burton and conceded a lot away from home. But I fancy a Robinson masterclass tomorrow. I think we'll keep a clean sheet and win tomorrow. Away, home, away, draw, mixed opinions on that. I'd already say it could be a 6-pointer. Whoever wins that game out of those two, more likely to stay up, you'd maybe feel. Good, give them a good play. Let's be honest, if Cheltenham get a win tomorrow, already they're going on to 18 points. Morecambe get a win, they're going on to 17 points. So it's quite huge, in my opinion, for the perspective of the table. If they lose, they're kind of thinking, where's our next points coming from? Crewe versus Sunderland. Sunderland obviously got 8 out injured. Crewe need a bounce back ability. I have gone for a Sunderland win. I think they'll grind it out. I've gone for an away win in that one. Great team as always, Ben. Got to go now. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, mate. I've gone for a Sunderland win in that one. And what are you guys putting? Also, we are Wednesday, aren't we? Away. I think we need to rebuild on defenders. Away. Away. That's definitely a Crewe win then, isn't it? If Cheltenham win, I would honestly fancy them for a top-half finish. They've got a good core, Cheltenham, and I like that. Crewe bounce back after a poor performance on Sat draw. Rate that. Fleetwood against Burton. Now, Burton are 8th currently. They're level on the playoffs, really. I know they played a game more. Already sitting nice and pretty over that 1.5 points. A game marker, won 5 of the first 13, drawn 4. Lost 4. They are kind of a win, draw, lose team. I've gone for a draw tomorrow, a score draw. I think Fleetwood will take that 4 points going into Ipswich away on 14 points. Very unlikely to go into the relegation zone tomorrow. If obviously Gillingham and Shrewsbury would both have to get something. So I think a draw. Let me know what your guys think. This is where you all back me up. That's where you all go and beat me and go, Burton are going to beat us like 5-0. I'm a Crew fan. Welcome to the channel. Draw. Because we're doing the predictions for tomorrow, mate. If you want to join in. Draw. Home. Love that. Come on, my son. Go on the Cos. Go and see him to up the second half. Late winner for the Cos. Late winner for the Cos. I'd love that. Home. Crew Alexander for the... Yeah. Gillingham against Doncaster, 6 points. So Gillingham just above, Doncaster at the bottom. Gillingham need that win. Only 2 wins all season. I have gone for a home win by the finest of margins. I think Doncaster, this could be it for Wales if they lose tomorrow. It would be 9 defeats from the first 12. I think Gillingham will get a win there. Home, away, home, away win. Please don't read as much. We're going down. Unhelpful draw. I don't think it'd be an unhelpful draw for Gillingham, if I'm honest with you. No. Unhelpful draw for Doncaster, because away from home, they take them to 8 points. And if Crew get beat, they're level on points with them with a game in hand. So, they're not out the gutter, but they could do with winning. Gillingham masterclass. Gills versus Doncaster probably a draw, as neither can afford to lose. It'd be interesting to see the dynamics. I am definitely going to be keeping an eye and watching that game back before the show on Wednesday. Lincoln against Wimbledon. Lincoln against Wimbledon. Lincoln 13th on 15 points from 12. Wimbledon 17th, 12 games, 14 points. Just a point between them. Wimbledon, it needed a win, not one for a few. Lincoln get kind of on a good streak right now. Won 4 of the first 12, lost 5. Wimbledon have won 3 of the first 12. I'm gone for a home win in that back-to-back wins for the Imps. It would really lift the spirits and going into a tough period. Let me know what you think there. Lincoln, home, draw. Crew win there. Draw. Wimbledon 3-2. So a mixture. Oxford against Shrewsbury. Oxford again could do with a bounce back ability, need a win, normally good. Got a 5-1 win last time at home in midweek against Acton, only the point off the playoffs. Shrewsbury on 11 points, only 1 point away from home this year. I've gone for an Oxford win. I think they'll win that one comfortably. Shrewsbury, not so great away from home. I think they're one for the Acker. Home win. Oxford away 3-0. Home. Bolton win. We're going to come to that in a minute. Oxford will come to a win. Now, when was Cam's a defensive midfielder? We'll come to Fleetwood in a minute. Don't worry. We'll have our Fleetwood bit in a bit. Plymouth against Bolton. 2 good sides. Plymouth, 12 games unbeaten. Bolton, not scored 5 of the last 8. 40 goals involved in this year. Scored 20, conceded 20. Plymouth scored 22, conceded 12. I've gone for a draw. I think Bolton need to bounce back from a 4-0 defeat and a 1-0 defeat. Need to keep a clean sheet. I could see it being 0-0 if I'm honest with you. Just that kind of the way they want to get back on the board. Draw, home, Bolton 3-0. Bolton get battered. Plymouth, Bolton to draw. Yeah, I agree with you there. Bolton win, home, away. Slightly shading away at the moment. High scoring win for Plymouth. Ooh, I think Plymouth will take a point because that'll be 13 unbeaten. That's what I was like under Fleetwood under Uwe Rose. They went 18 unbeaten. I'm like, if we draw, I don't care. Just keep the run. Win 1, draw 1 in that in a 20-game unbeaten run. You've still collected, got 40 points because you're averaging 2 points a game. Away 1-1, Bolton Wanderers win. Portsmouth against Ipswich. I've gone for a Portsmouth win. They were great at home last time against Sunderland. Up against the better sides, especially at home. Ipswich, I know they've lost 4 of the first 12, only won 3, drawn 5. Getting slightly better, but I still question marks over this Ipswich side. And the mentality doesn't seem right. They seem a bit flaky and go down easily. I think Portsmouth could win that. What are you saying? I'm going for a home win. Home win. 1-0 Pompey. 3-0 Ipswich. Draw. Away. Draw. Yeah, they are. You just don't know what you're going to get. Where they used to be one of my favourites to put on a knacker. I can't do it now. And then we are ending with Rotherham against Wigan. I've gone for a home win. Rotherham, it's basically second against fifth. 26 points to 23 points. 7 wins to 8. 2 wins to 2 draws to 2 draws. 3 defeats to 2 draws. Both scored 20 goals. Wickham has conceded 2 more, 12 to 10. Pretty equal records. I've gone for a home winning Rotherham at home. Just slightly my favourites. I know Wickham have lost both of their games this year that they've lost have been away. But again, still won 3. Like I say, you can win 1, draw 1, lose 1 away from home, and win majority of home games. You'll be up there. I still think Rotherham will get a victory in that one. McCurry, Cairns, or Dan Batty? What players? Or Max Clark, just for the fact that he watches Cod's vlogs and he was out in Blackpool the other night on the sesh after beating Crewe 3-0. Rotherham 3-1. Wickham 2-0. Ooh, could see it. 1-1. 1-1. Both teams happy. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Yeah, keep your score predictions coming in then, guys. Very interested to hear them. Again, let me know who your team have got tomorrow as well and what you think your score prediction for your game is. And finally, we are going to Wigan Athletic against MK Dons. Now, Wigan have had a tough start, as many of you have seen. I think Wigan this year have already played Wickham, Sunderland, I think they played Rotherham, MK Dons, played Sheffield Wednesday, they played Bolton, played Accrington, played Portsmouth. So they played 7 of the top 12 already this season, and they've only played 11. Like, people say, oh, they're not beating a good side. Yeah, they are. They're a great side. I'm gone for a home win in that one. MK Dons seem to be on about a bad run at the moment. I just think they'll get a win in that one. Comfortable win for me, Wigan. Home. Wigan to win. Home. It's mad that a lot of people think MK Dons aren't a bad side as well. We have Cambridge and I think a 2-1 away win. Portsmouth 2-2. Bolton 3-0. Morton all day long. Right, we have come to the Q&A bit in this stream. Got about 15 to 20 minutes to answer your guys' burning questions about anything football, League One related. This is the part that we can chill and just talk about football. So get your questions in and let me know down below. Wigan win 3-2. Sunderland win 3-1. Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 2. I can't believe we could be playing Doncaster next season in League 2. That would be relegation back in League 1, looking mental. It's mad. 2 good clubs there, really. Bristol Rovers, down and out the minute. Good win at the weekend, though, for them, 3-0. How realistic is Charlton to go down? Very likely at the moment, I think. You're not too big to go down. I don't think you're too good to go down. I look at the squad. I don't see a lot of winners in that squad. That's why I think you're going to struggle this year. Do I think they'll go down? I think they'll be okay. I think they'll stay up, lower mid-table, maybe where Ipswich and Morecambe are, which isn't a good season for you. But I think you take it right now. I think you need to change the manager. If you can get that done, then let's see how you do. But it wouldn't surprise if you went down. Welling's out. Yeah, I think if you don't win tomorrow, it'd be 2 wins in 12. And we keep saying this, you can't just not score goals and concede goals and lose games of football. It's not good at all. It really isn't. This season, yes. I don't know how anyone can tell me that Simon Grayson has not done a good job this year at Fleetwood, or since he's come in at Fleetwood. We're 19, right? We're over a point a game. We're above the relegation zone on no budget. Lowest budget we've probably had for a long, long time. Most of our players are kids or 35-year-old right backs that couldn't even play for Salford last year. He's literally gone through the bins and done very well and promoted youth, given them a chance. We score goals, we're exciting to watch. Sometimes he doesn't get it right, and I'll criticise him. But he's done a good job so far. If he keeps us up, it's job well done. And if I'm honest with you, I'd probably shake his hand at the end of the day and say, thank you, Simon. All the best. And I think for him, he can walk away with maybe a bit more street cred that he's done a good job at Fleetwood in difficult circumstances, in my opinion anyway. I wasn't happy when he appointed. I think he's proved me wrong. I think he's done a fairly decent job. 3 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats. Considering 3 of those defeats came in the first 3 games to Sheffield Wednesday 7th, Lincoln 13th, and Portsmouth 12th. And then we've gone and beat since then Cheltenham, who were above us in the league, were 14th. We've beaten Crewe, were 20. I know they're 23rd. And we've got a good result away at MK Dons, a good result at Sunderland, good result away at Cambridge, in late circumstances as well, and a great win away at Rotherham. We're in the playoffs, so I don't think he's done a bad job this year, personally. If you think Ipswich are so flaky, how do you think we feel? I have no idea. I like Ipswich. I think they're a great squad. I love the fan base, but they just roll over. And why they need 35 players, I have no idea. Like, better teams have a 23-man squad, and I tell you something, it works because you've got a core. I'd rather have a smaller squad than a too big squad. Plymouth, they've got a smaller squad, but they all love each other, all in one bubble. They've got literally probably 9 of the starting 11, and the 2 players that go out, is as good as the 2 players that will come in. It's as simple as that. Who do Wednesday need to sign in January? Oh, it's a good question. I think possibly someone in midfield, if I'm honest with you. I thought Bannon was a good little run. I knew that about him. Quality going forward, box to box. And Hutchinson can play that. I think he's slightly better deeper. In the back four with Iorfa. I thought those 2 against Fleetwood were superb. Maybe get kind of a holding midfielder, like a general. If you can get one of those, like Fleetwood got Jordan Rossiter. Like Wigan have got your Naylor. Those types of players. Rotherham has got Aubergine. Possibly another striker to assist Gregory, because it does seem like he's the one coming with all the goals at the moment. If it's going to be him. So possibly another striker. You can have a look at the loan market, can't you? Obviously, free agents aren't really a thing. And do you want to really be buying players? Because, you're left lumbered with them on long-term deals as well. Bolton Wanderers win tomorrow. They need it. It won't surprise me. Messi. Got to go. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Is Carlo the right man? Yes, I think long-term he is. I think he needs 3 or 4 years, though, like Jacket, to really prove himself. The football is the same as Jacket, by the way. It's long ball, and it's not great. So I don't get why Portsmouth fans suddenly think the style of play is different, because I've watched them, and they're no different. Thoughts on Darren Moore? I like him. I think he's one of those where he's a very cool, collected manager where you don't really get him. He's like a stone. It's hard to get blood from him. But he's very laid back. He's not going to say in the press, like nutcase Joey Barton will say, and lose your team the points. Like Everett in the press thought, we've loaned Sheffield Wednesday the points. I know they had the better chances, but I thought it was quite an even game, personally. So I like that from him. As a manager, that can sometimes come across in his football. Sometimes it can be a bit dull and boring and a bit kind of takes a while to heat up. But overall, I think he's the right man. And I don't think Sheffield Wednesday could get a better fit for them right now, if I'm honest with you. Let me know, Wednesday fans, what you think about what I've said there. We are going up. We are going up. Gillingham away from me, bottom of the league. 3-hour drive. One of the worst grounds I've ever been to. What's all about? But what fair play, mate. Loyal support. I think we'll say, but things, yeah, exactly. Messi or Mbappe might get to Wednesday in the playoffs. Yeah. We have Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town got Ipswich away, finished work it off, literally 1 o'clock in the morning, on the coach for 7, go on the cards, 3 hours sleep to watch us win 1-0 through a Paddy Lane last-minute goal. We love to see it. Reality, we're going to get beat 5-0. He continues to play that position. Right, okay. But what is our best? All right, James, give me our best formation and our best team, and I'll give you my opinion on it. Because Fleetwood's best 11, in my opinion, is a back 3-5-2. Cairns in goal. Max Clark at left centre half. Hill and Clark. Andrew and Johnson. Then you've got midfield 3 of Matete, Rossiter, and Camps. In my opinion, that's our best 3. I know, players the other day had a good game. Biggins was all right the other day. Had a good game. And then front 2 of Morton and Garner. That's our best team at the moment, in my opinion. Then you've got Paddy Lane. Then you've got Shane and Morris. And you've got Harrison Biggins to come into the team, really. I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just saying, literally, like it feels like they've got 35 players, but just seems too much, if I'm honest with you. Wednesday fans need to look at longer term. No chance of promotion this year. Sunderland and Ipswich thought League One was going to be double 2, but they were still here. Ipswich as well. I think Ipswich will have out in January. Barry recalled, Sel Jackson, Nolan Norwood, and Lone El Mizuni. Yeah, I can agree with that. Norwood been told to stay away from the club, I heard yesterday, which seems strange. Will Charlton get playoffs? I don't even see him getting out the bottom 6, never mind getting in the top 6. Oh. Other rumours going around, Zidane joining. No, we're going to sign Messi instead, mate, I think. Wigan Athletic, currently the best team in the league. Yes, I think they are. I think they'll win the league this year, personally. Fleetwood Tim Pot, massive club, mate, massive club. I'm going. Oh, I accidentally annoyed it. By the way, right, I do apologise to any crew fans. I do kind of ask for trouble. I always put a picture when Fleetwood win, like, have that crew. And I put it on my Facebook, right, because I don't have many people on there, right. And it's like, I shared something to Facebook and I shared it to Instagram at the same time to save time. And I forgot to take it off. And have a look. Got 100 likes on me. I'm like, what? Have we been active? Has someone been spam? I put it on my Instagram by accident, don't I? I'm like, oh my God. So, crew fans, I do apologise for those that entered my DMs. Not quite happy with my celebratory post over Fleetwood for Town finally winning a game of football. Should we look to send more than 23 to the likes of Hayes, Thompson? Yes, I agree with that. When do you think Lincoln will finish? Top 12. Got to go, Ben. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Exactly. But it's all worth it. I love the cause. We have 35 players last season, to be fair. Yeah. Going to be some unhappy Wednesday nights over the next season or 2. Best for the fans. Yeah, exactly. Just be patient, I think. Final question from me, Ben. Thoughts on Windass? People seem to have forgotten about him. However, he's only 2 weeks away from return. Exactly. And he just signed a new deal, didn't he? Was it a 2-year deal? Again, he will want to come back, prove the doubt was wrong. Kind of been a bit hit and miss, really, in his career. Not really had a kind of that real breakthrough season kind of over here. So I really think if he can get up and running, get a goal, whether it's a penalty, a tap in, comes off his bum, comes off his, glassy. Well, comes off his eyes, whatever it comes off, as long as he gets the goal up and running, that's all that matters, in my opinion. And I do agree he will be a better player. Again, that is the end of the show. We're at an hour. I hope you enjoy it. Again, League One Roundup live, going through all the results, all the kind of Tuesday's games as well. We will be back on Wednesday from the slightly later time of 7 p.m. As we go through all the games. And again, League One, it's tough league, 3-game week, very brutal at times, and it's going to be kind of really interesting this next kind of month. We'll be going into kind of the 30-game to go period. I section the season into about 10 parts. The first 5 games, first 10, first quarter, 30 to go, halfway, 20 to go, 15 to go, 10 to go, then your last 6 really. That's kind of, I build it up, kind of 8 to 10 segments. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you later. Get notifications on. I'll be at Burton at home tomorrow producing a matchday vlog. I want to see as many of you as possible in the first hour. Let's beat the crew. Well, I think we got just over 200 in the first hour on Saturday, which is unbelievable support. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. It is a big over and out from me.